Kindness, caring, respect, love are such important qualities. Sometimes we forget about these qualities. Everybody enjoys being treated with respect, with kindness, with caring, and with love. And if we often treat everybody in this way, then there's a good possibility that it comes back to us as well. However, we shouldn't act in this way because we're expecting it back. We act in this way because this is how we really want to be. This is how we want to act, irrespective of what or how other people think. And if we practice like this often, then what happens is it becomes very easy, more and more easy for us to practice like this. Whatever we practice, we become better at. So most important is our attitude, the fact that we are acting with kindness and caring and love and respect. It's very important that we take responsibility for our own actions. So where does this all start? It starts in the way we're thinking. From what we think then becomes what we say and what we do. So it's very important that we maintain an awareness of what's going on in our mind. If our mind is full of love and kindness and compassion, then generally what we say and what we do is also going to be full of love and caring and kindness and respect. And when we treat people in this way, or people treat us in this way, it is remembered. Maybe it's not remembered straight away. Maybe we don't appreciate it straight away. But later on in life, this is something that we really, really appreciate and cherish. And we have great gratitude for those people that have treated us with love and kindness, that have treated us with caring and respect. For instance, when we're children, we might really just carry on our life, playing, enjoying ourselves. We don't take notice of the fact that maybe other people are really treating us kindly. However, later on in life, we really remember this. For instance, in my own case, when I was younger, I had a really wonderful friend, and I used to often go stay at his place, go on holidays with their parents, and their parents always treated me with the greatest of kindness and accepted me as one of the family. And at that time I didn't think too much of it, but 20, 30 years later, I really just remember all of their kindness, and really my mind is full of the greatest of cherishing and gratitude towards them. What is one of the biggest barriers to us acting with kindness and respect and caring is the self-grasping of ours. When we have a lot of self-grasping, what do? We push people away. If we're feeling a little bit unhappy, or we're feeling angry, or we're feeling discontent, we push them away. We create a distance between them and ourselves. And then what happens is people start to maybe distance themselves from us. If we're full of anger, full of unhappiness, or maybe when we meet them, they are rather defensive. So what this actually does is it blocks a flow of energy between ourselves and others. So if we can, what we can do is practice opening our mind, making our mind more vast, more open to others, more full of caring and kindness, and respecting other people. When our mind is narrow, if we are only considering ourselves, if we have a lot of self-grasping, then we distance ourselves from others. And this is actually the cause of a lot of suffering for ourselves. We think it brings us a lot of happiness, but in reality, it doesn't. It actually often is the very big cause of us being unhappy or discontent. We forget that our life is integrally involved, is interdependent with other people. Our life exists with and because of other people as well. How many people in our lives, if we really think about it, has shown us respect and kindness and love and caring? Really, very, very many. However, when we are full of our negative emotions, when we are unhappy or we are jealous or we're angry, then we forget about this. We think that the only person that is important is ourselves. We forget that what we have has also come about because of others. We measure so many things in this world in terms of development and progress. And all of this is competing over maybe limited resources. In this earth, the resources are limited, but everybody is competing for all of these resources. So what is the end result? What is this world going to do? How is our earth going to cope with this? Another thing that is also going to happen is if there is so much competition for all of these resources, then there's bound to be some kind of unhappiness. In the process of people competing for resources, there might be strife, and then this may cause a lot of unhappiness between people. You know, the measurement of all of these material concerns, of all of this growth, the GDP, is this a measurement of happiness? Not necessarily. However, kindness and compassion, love, care, we don't measure this. However, this is so important, and these are vast qualities within our mind. So why don't we focus on this? Why don't we develop more kindness and caring and respect? If you look at people that have been treated with kindness and caring and respect within their life, generally they can be much happier people. And because they've had these examples in their life, there's also a much greater possibility that later on in their life, they will also treat people in the same way. Often what we experience, we copy, and we treat other people in the same way. So these qualities are very, very important. And this is really a greater measure, or a more appropriate measurement of what we may consider to be happiness. And people say in this world today we have to be more self-centered and have more self-grasping in order to get ahead in this world. However, this is not necessarily the case. If we remember that our life exists with other people, and if we treat other people well, then there's probably more chance that they're going to cooperate with us and work with us in the long run. Also, if everybody else around us is being very selfish and we are being very kind and caring and respectful to other people, in fact, we are shining much, much brighter. So we become an even greater example for everybody. And when we treat everybody with respect and with kindness and caring, then what happens, it's also like a ripple effect. If you think about it, if you just make somebody a little bit happier, just by making them a little bit happier, they leave you, and the next person they meet, they also feel a little bit happier because they've been treated in a better way. However, if you're full of anger and you shout at somebody and you make them unhappy, or they feel unhappy, then the next person they meet is they treat with a little bit less happiness. And so this also affects that person. So really, it is like a ripple effect. So the more and more kindness and respect and compassion and caring that we practice and that we treat other people with affects the people around us. We can feel this as well. We might be in an environment, and when we go into that environment, we can feel the energy around us. If everybody's shouting or unhappy, or there's a little bit of disagreement, we feel the tension in the room. However, if we walk into a place and everybody is laughing, or everybody is happy, or they're full of joy, then we feel more relaxed. We feel the energy around us. And so when we are full of kindness and joy and caring, we bring an energy to other people. And this also has an effect on them as well. It can also benefit them. If we think of these really great practitioners, they have an incredible state of mind. And if you go to their teachings, there might be many, many people. And most of the people that go to the teachings, they feel a lot more comfortable. They feel more relaxed. They feel happier. So these great teachers, without doing anything, because of the great state of their mind and because of their great compassion and kindness, we feel it as well, and we feel happier around them. And they say as well that these great teachers even bring an effect, a positive effect to the environment that they're in. And so this love and kindness and this caring really transmits through all of these walls. It is really an incredible quality. And the thing is, this is possible for every single one of us. Every single one of us that has mind has the potential to practice great, boundless love, caring, kindness. Where do we start? We start with this awareness of ours. What is going on in our mind? Are we full of unhappy thoughts, disgruntled thoughts, angry thoughts, worried and anxious thoughts, lonely thoughts? Or are we full of kindness and caring and joy? Check for yourself what is mostly going on in our mind. You know, for so many people, we put so much effort into these unhappy thoughts, these disgruntled thoughts, but we don't put so much thought or so much effort into happy thoughts, into kindness and caring towards others and respect. If our life is full of unhappiness and anger, then this life can be very, very difficult. It can cause a lot of unhappiness for ourselves, a lot of unhappiness for the people around us. And at the end of the day, we might then feel a lot of regret for how we lived our life, for how we treated other people. We could have thought, I could have lived this life a lot better, with a lot more caring and kindness. However, if you live this life with caring and kindness and respect, then really this life can be a lot more open and a lot more pleasant and a lot more enjoyable and a lot more meaningful and benefit not only to ourselves but all of those people around us. We can benefit from kindness, caring and respect. So can everybody else, and so can this world.